Hello again, NCAC sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of This Week in the NCAC. I'm your host, Brett Billhart. The 2012 North Coast Athletic Conference Championship season is officially in the books, following the completion of spring sports championship events that were held last weekend. The Outdoor Track and Field Championships, which were held at Allegheny College in Meadville, Pennsylvania, saw the Wabash men capture their second league crown in a row, and the Ohio Wesleyan women secure their fourth straight team title. Wabash, which set the NCAC meet record with 314.5 points, was followed in the men's standings by Ohio Wesleyan with 157.5 points, Oberlin with 71 points, Allegheny with 64, Wittenberg with 62, Denison with 60, DePaul with 49, Kenyon with 23, and Worcester with 16 points. In the final women's standings, Ohio Wesleyan accumulated 220.5 points and was followed by Oberlin with 159, DePaul with 132, Worcester with 90, Allegheny with 88.5, Kenyon with 44, Wittenberg with 42, and Denison with 37 points. 6 NCAC student-athletes were recognized for their performances at the meet by being named 2012 NCAC Track and Field Most Valuable Performers in their respective events. Denison sophomore Tiffany Davis was named the Most Valuable Performer for Sprint and Hurdle events after winning the 100-meter dash with a time of 12.36 seconds, and the 200-meter dash with an NCAC, Denison, and Allegheny College Frank B. Fewer field record time of 24.87 seconds. Oberlin sophomore Molly Martorella was named the Distance Athlete of the Year after winning the 5,000-meter run with a time of 17 minutes, 18.91 seconds, and setting the NCAC and Allegheny College Frank B. Fewer field record in the 1,500-meter run with a time of 4 minutes, 29.74 seconds. And the final women's award for field events went to Allegheny senior Lauren Butler, who won the shot put with a toss of 40 feet, 4 3/4 inches, and the women's javelin with a heave of 141 feet. The first men's most valuable performer award for sprint and hurdle events went to Wittenberg sophomore Victor Banjo, who won the 100-meter dash with a time of 10.77 seconds, and also broke the tape in the 200-meter dash with a time of 21.53 seconds. Denison senior D. Salucumbo earned the yearly award for distance events after winning 3 races at the 2012 NCAC Track and Field Championships, including the 1,500-meter run with a time of 3 minutes, 54.92 seconds, the 5,000-meter run with a time of 15 minutes, 8.47 seconds, and the 10,000-meter run with a time of 31 minutes, 23.29 seconds. And the final men's award for field events went to Wabash freshman Derek D. St. Jean, who won the shot put with a toss of 50 feet, 1 3/4 inches, and the discus throw with a heave of 157 feet, 10 inches. And in addition, Wabash head coach Clyde Morgan was named the NCAC Men's Coach of the Year for the 2nd consecutive season, while Ohio Wesleyan head coach Chris Bowie was selected the Women's Coach of the Year for their 4th year in a row and the 5th time in the past 6 seasons. The 2012 NCAC baseball tournament concluded on Saturday afternoon at the VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Ohio, with Worcester capturing its 14th NCAC baseball championship all-time after defeating DePaul 8-6 in the decisive Game 7 of the NCAC baseball tournament. Worcester paved its way to the championship round with a 4-1 triumph over DePaul in the opening round on Thursday and a 6-2 victory over Ohio Wesleyan in the winner's bracket game on Friday. Fighting Scott head coach Tim Petterini became the 8th coach in NCAA Division III history to win 1,000 games with the victory over OWU on Friday. DePaul, which dropped the opening round game to Worcester, rebounded with back-to-back wins over Kenyon and Ohio Wesleyan in elimination games to advance to the championship round. The Tigers did force the if-necessary Game 7 after defeating Worcester 6-3 in the first game of the championship round. Worcester sophomore Eddie Reese was named the tournament MVP after hitting .357 with 1 double, 1 home run, 4 RBI, and 4 runs scored in 4 tournament games. Reese was joined on the All-Tournament team by Elliott Ross of DePaul, Josh Stidham of Worcester, Jason Cohen of DePaul, Andrew Dunn of Kenyon, Seth Frensos of Ohio Wesleyan, James Toland of Ohio Wesleyan, Rob McPike of DePaul, Zach Starr of DePaul, Michael DeBoard of Worcester, Billy Farrow of Worcester, and Cal Tomei of Worcester. And with the tournament victory, Worcester earns the league's automatic bid into the NCAA Division III tournament. The regional pairings will be announced this Sunday, May 13th. The 2012 NCAC softball tournament was also held at Allegheny College in Meadville, Pennsylvania over the weekend. 4th-seeded Denison captured its sixth NCAC softball tournament championship all-time after defeating DePaul 1-0 in 8 innings of Game 7 on Sunday. Inclement weather did force the tournament to extend an extra day. DU is the first 4-seed to win the NCAC softball tournament since its inception in the 2001 season. The if-necessary Game 7 was needed after the Tigers earned a 6-4 come-from-behind victory over the Big Red in Game 6 on a 3-run home run from senior shortstop Jen Kaczynski in the top of the 7th inning. DU secured the victory in Game 7 after sophomore right fielder Heather Larson broke a 0-0 tie in the top of the 8th inning with her first home run of the season over the center field wall. The Big Red opened the tournament with a 3-0 victory over top-seeded Allegheny and defeated DePaul 4-2 in the winner's bracket game to advance to Sunday's championship round. DePaul defeated Worcester 2-1 in the opening round and then advanced to the championship round with a 4-1 triumph over Allegheny in an elimination game on Saturday. Denison senior Hannah Price was named the MVP of the tournament after hitting .333 with 1 double, 1 RBI, and 4 runs scored in 4 tournament games. Price was joined on the all-tournament team by Caitlin Nealer of Allegheny, Marina Scarantino of Allegheny, Haley Hayden of Allegheny, Jen Horton of Worcester, Amy Hallett of DePaul, Jen Kaczynski of DePaul, Haley Buchanan of DePaul, Becca Dyer of Denison, Megan Edwards of Denison, and Heather Larson from Denison. With the NCAC tournament victory, Denison earns the NCAC's automatic bid into the 2012 NCAA Division III softball tournament and will travel to the Alma Regional in Michigan and open play against host Alma on Thursday at 2 p.m. With the victory over Alma, Denison will move on to Game 8 of the regional bracket on Friday at 4 p.m. against either Ohio Northern or Penn State Barron, while a loss against Alma would send Denison to an elimination game on Friday at noon against the loser of the ONU Penn State Barron opening round contest. And the final NCAC championship tournament contested last weekend was in women's lacrosse. Denison earned its 17th all-time NCAC women's lacrosse